originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Again, it's Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Jaguars at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
You get bombers.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from it, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate. He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Point it right. Up. Regular. Point it right.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing a 2nd interception.
Hey, Roy!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain still ways to go there. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He'll look to set up his blockers. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Ready, set.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, kill them. Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield, able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha!
Now Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? Look at me. Sit down. X3. 218. Stop it. Yeah. Hey.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have 1 interception. He had 1 last week and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert. Point it right.
Here's Mayfield. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. To throw, Mayfield. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Baker Mayfield in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go. Let's go.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Going right back to Akers.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Lawrence.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's McKinney. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Regular.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey,
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Down to about the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25. As he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Hey, we're 33.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. McCann's got it teed up. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Lawrence. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. Bravo.
From the 36, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. Throwing now, Lawrence. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Colts, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And